Greetings, everyone. This is She Speaks Life with Laquisha Robinson. Thank you so much for joining me. You all, today we're going to talk about the difference between a test and when you're going through what people would call karma. Okay? Now, when you're going through a test, most likely you have already arrived at a place and a stage in your life to where you have learned how to be victorious and you have learned how to become an overcomer. You are a type of person when you're going through tests to where you know it's only a test. I'm only being tried because this is on its way. I had to go through this test because greater is coming for me. Okay? Now, a lot of people like to think if a person did me wrong, karma is coming to them. That's not what karma is. Okay? Everybody needs to understand this. In our lives, we go through different stages and situations, and everything that we go through, whether we choose to understand it for what it is, whether we choose to allow it to help us fulfill our purpose, to help us overcome, this is what karma is. When you find yourself in a repeated situation over and over again, okay, it doesn't have to be with the same person. It doesn't have to be with the same business. It doesn't have to be with the same friends. But when you find yourself in a situation where you're continuing in the same cycle over and over again, this is what you want to call karma, because karma is not evil. Karma is not bad or good. Karma comes to teach you how to balance yourself. Okay, excuse me one moment. Okay, karma comes to teach you how to balance yourself, your life, your situations, and your circumstances. With everything that we go through, we are meant to evolve. So let me give you an example. Let's say you deal with sadness a lot, okay? How can karma play an effect or a role in your life? Well, karma, because you're meant to be balanced, you're meant to learn confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, okay? You may find yourself always encountering people who make you feel happy only temporarily. And after you've had that feeling, they do something to hurt you. They do something to damage you. At least this is what you call it. But you don't realize that that's karma coming to teach you that you need to uproot this thing that's holding you back, and you need to uproot what's in you that's hindering you from walking into your greatest self. So what would need to happen eventually, and what will happen to you, is you will learn how to realize and understand that, hey, I am the love that I'm seeking. When I'm sad, I am my own happy. No man, woman, friends, job, nothing can satisfy me like I can satisfy me. And when you do that work and you really evolve and you really get there, that's when you're going to experience a place of happiness. Okay? And then you'll have a better relationship with those who enter into your life. And when I say a better relationship, I mean you will start to understand things for what they are. What else do I want to say about karma? Karma comes to help you examine and evaluate yourself. It helps you to say, okay, this is the work that you need to do on yourself. So this circumstance or this situation is going to come into your life to help balance you. We get thrown completely off course when we feel like, oh, you did this to me, you did that to me, watch, it's going to come right back around to you. That's not true. What you need to understand is that if somebody did something to you, if something happened to you, when you begin to grow spiritually, you're going to understand that everything that came into my life, that I accepted, that I let into my life, because we have to claim responsibility. If I chose to allow you into my atmosphere, into my space, if I made a decision that I wanted you in my space, okay, then whatever consequences come with it, that's what comes with it. But it's not meant for me to say, oh, you did this to me, this is going to happen to you. What were you supposed to learn? Because what you need to understand is simply this. If something came into my life and it hurt me, and let me help you understand this, nobody can tell you how you feel. Now, I'm not talking about a person who just always want to have a pity party. We're not doing that, and we're not going there. But when you can genuinely say, you came into my life, and when you came into my life, I was affected in a way that I don't like to feel, okay, which we would say, you hurt me, you did this to me, you did that to me. What I want to share with you all is simply this. You need to realize that what this person brought into your life was actually change that you need to embrace, because as you embrace this change, you're going to see your life change and your life expand, and you're going to watch your spirit grow. You're going to watch yourself get rid of things that's not for you, that you have harbored or that you've taken in. You're going to realize this wasn't healthy for me. Another thing that you're going to realize is the different type of people that start to come into your life. And what do I mean by that? You're going to start to realize that as you heal, grow, for real deal, and let me say this to you all real quick. Whatever you deal with and you keep dealing with it over and over and over and over again, no matter where you find yourself at, you need to know. I'm talking about if it's something that you will say, this hurts me, this doesn't help me, every time I do this, this is the outcome. Karma is telling you it's time to wake up and see what you need to see and change things so that you can change for real, okay? Because going back to what I was saying, when you have really done the spiritual work and you have really grown to know who you are, embraced you, loved you, you will not still keep getting those same people coming into your life. And let me say something else to you. Even if you get some of the same people coming into your life, let me share this with you. Their approach will be totally different with you. When a person knows that you are not going to accept and take what you used to accept and take, if they choose to be a part of you, who you are, they won't be the same when they return to you. Okay, so keep that in mind. Not all friendships, relationships, business, not all of that is lost. Sometimes you have to wake up, because when you wake up, you cause other people to wake up. So I want to let you all know, don't ever think that karma for somebody is saying, they did this to me, this going to happen to you. You did that to me, that's going to happen. No, because when you do that, all you're doing is harboring more hurt inside of you. You're harboring envy, jealous, strife, everything that's not healthy for you. So the proper and correct approach is, what should I do different, or how do I deal with what I'm dealing with so that I can rise above this and no longer deal with it? Now, let's go back to a test, y'all. Let me say this to you. Sometimes God will use you to destroy your enemies. Okay? Sometimes God will use you to destroy your enemies. That's why the best person that you can be is yourself. Because when you are genuinely you, you are going to operate in your authentic self. Everything that you do, everything that you feel, everything you sense, everything that you embrace is going to be 100% you. And sometimes I know it can be hard, especially if you have a very caring and trusting heart, a caring and trusting personality. 9 times out of 10, you have faced a lot of things that hurt you, okay? But as you grow, you learn how to still be able to be you and yet be watchful so that you won't be taken, okay? Now, when I tell you all to be yourself, be yourself. Act how you act. Feel how you feel. Grow how you need to grow. Don't ever feel like you need to do something to make somebody else accept you, and don't ever tuck or bow your head just because you may be dealing with people who appear to be in higher places than you, because I'm telling you, when you walk upright, you will always have the victory. What you got to understand, God, the universe, your ancestors, the spirit already know what's ahead. They already know what's before you, okay? And if you arrive to a certain spiritual level, you yourself is going to be able to see what's ahead of you, okay? But you have to trust and know that your back is had at all times, okay? Let me tell you something. When you just be who you are, when you learn not to take a knee and not to bow, but you are determined to stand in who you are, stand in your justice, stand in who you are. When I tell you, no weapon formed against you will prosper. No weapon formed against you will prosper. I don't care how it formed. You can look at it, you can see them, and you will be able to say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And those people who connected with you, those people who linked up with you or who meant to link up with you, you will be able to say the same thing for them and to them. No weapon formed against you is going to prosper. God will use you to dismantle your enemies if you walk upright and do what you're supposed to do. Live how you feel. Don't feel like, oh, I gotta be this way because of that. No, the reason why it's important for you to live in yourself and to live in who you are is because even in wartime, you're going to need your authentic self to stand up. It's almost just like, how do I say it? If I tell somebody, oh yeah, I'm a boxer, I can box, you know, I'm a boxer, I do da-da-da-da-da, and let's say all I've ever did is read up on boxing and watch some videos, okay? And then I say, yeah, I challenge anybody. And I get in the ring with a real boxer. I'm not going to stand a chance because I'm not living in my authentic self. So live and be your authentic self. Grow into who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. There is bountiful blessings in being who you are. And I also want to say this to you all. Be the light. Be who you are. Like, if you are a person of light, let that light shine and come forth. And you're going to know, because people around you are going to always draw to light. Things that can help them. If you can help me grow, if you can help me believe, if you can help me move forward, push forward, and go forward. Who doesn't want that in their lives? Now, even with that comes wisdom, because you have to know, just because you're helping another individual does not mean that you have to take on the bulk of the work. Okay? You're going to give the seeds. You're going to possibly lead to the water, but it's going to be the other person's responsibility to drink and feed. And yes, you may even nurture, but when you see the progress, you're going to know he or she is growing. Okay? So you all, when you are a person of light, just be that light. You don't have to worry about operating in darkness. You don't have to worry about darkness coming to you, because you will be covered and you will be protected. Trust me, I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. Man, so you all, be yourself. And guess what? We still growing strong in 2020. We still growing strong. I'm sorry. A lot of us, you have been tested. Okay? A lot of us who are growing spiritually, you have been tested. Even in this January, you have been tested. It wasn't a karmic experience that you had. You were tested. Okay? It wasn't a trial. You know how people say, oh, I'm just going through a trial right now. Well, even a trial, whether you call it karmic or a trial is to help you become elevated. It's to help you get out of what you in and know that you're not to go back in something that's not healing you, not to accept things that's not uplifting you. Okay, to stay around or to stay away from people who not pouring into you, and to let you know and understand the reason why you keep getting got, the reason why you keep getting had is because you will not come out and you will not allow a solid foundation to be created for you, so that whoever is drawn to you will be drawn to you for the right reasons. A lot of times, you all, we are drawn to people because sometimes we're supposed to help heal them, but that does not mean that they're supposed to stay linked to our lives forever. Sometimes when we're dealing with the same issue another person is dealing with, we'll find ourselves linked up with them or linked to them, because, for example, it's just like if you have two people that's alcoholics, okay, what do? They may fuss and try to say who can get the most alcohol, but at the end of the day, they'll get together and hustle together just so they can hustle anybody out of enough change. I got $2.50 from him, you got $3 from her, we got enough to go get us something to drink. You know what I'm saying? So even in this, you all, just because you're linking to somebody or you feel drawn to somebody or another person feels drawn to you, you really do have to assess the scene. Is it something in me that could not be healthy, that's drawing all of the wrong things to me, and because the scales are on my eyes, I do not see what's before me, so I embrace it as if it's for me. We got to wake up, you all. So I just came on here to encourage you all. Today is